Hey guys! Well, it's been a very long day. So I'm filming episode 3. This is gonna go up a week from, let's see. I just uploaded it on the 18th, so around the 25th. I can't see because this Nikon doesn't have a viewfinder. If you hear some whooshing of the wind, it's because my fan's on over here. It's really hot. So we did pages 1 through 8 and 8 through 16. So let's start on 17. For those of you just tuning in, it's Burn After Writing by Sharon Jones. I am doing the one with the green matches and the gray book. I know my thumbnail in the original episode is the blue book with red matches. I'm not sure if there's a difference. I know you can get this for $5 at Five Below or $14 on Amazon. I did put the link for the Five Below in episode 1. So let's dive in. The last time I said I love you. I'm not really sure. Like, I say it a lot, but I'm not actually sure I can mean it. I feel like this is just a little off center. Okay. My greatest heartbreak is going to go back to episode 2 when I talked about my best friend. When I answered the question on page 13, I will never forgive. So, it's like having a sister and having them pretty much just disown you and trash you. Smartest choice I made as a teenager. I wrote a couple. I didn't drink until I was 21, which technically is a lie. I drank the weekend right before my birthday. I had rum and something mixed together. But I didn't drink till I was 21, my 21st birthday. From the moment it hit midnight to the moment it hit midnight again. The only time I wasn't drinking was when I was taking a nap. Drunk as hell. To be myself. And to not have unsafe sex. I would use condoms. I would make the guys that I was going to sleep with get tested and prove. And it's not the coolest thing to do as a teenager, but you gotta think long term, guys. So, I didn't really feel like being 50 with a bunch of STDs. I feel guilty for ending relationships prematurely, and this is relationships and friendships. I have a tendency to where if I notice things are going south, I predict the path of where it's going to go. I weigh out kind of all the different branches that it could possibly go. And if I feel like I'm just in line for a lot of heartache and a lot of stress, I cut my ties. And it's something I feel guilty about because it's kind of messed up. I can't see into the future with crystal clear vision and know for certain that things are going to go bad, but because they've gone bad so many times with so many different people, I just don't see the point in trying anymore, and it's something that really tears me up because there are a lot of good opportunities that I may have missed out on. My life story in 3 sentences. I love those who can't love. It's my safety net to never be vulnerable, and I'm usually sad because it works perfectly to plan. Kind of goes back to that whole premature ending of things. Baggage I'm carrying. My weight is a big thing, and we'll probably talk about that a lot through the series. My choice in love interest, my choice in friends. My worry that I create insecurities in my friends, and that's like the story with Megan. Because I do carry on such a confident persona and a very highbrow intelligence, from time to time, I feel like sometimes I discourage my friends from being all that they can be because why compete if there's already an alpha friend, And it's not ever what I'm trying to be. If you ever listen to me, I'm really trying to be encouraging of everyone I know. Page 20 starts with a few of my favorite things. Every now and then, something comes along that knocks you off your feet. You feel like you have finally been understood, like somebody looked into your soul and wrote a song just for you. And as you grow, these things grow with you, making your life richer. And then we start a top 5 series. So top 5 bands. Spice Girls, 2NE1, Evanescence, Panic at the Disco, everything except for the most recent stuff I'm not too big on. And Selena y los Dinos. Top 5 albums: Spice World, Breakaway, Amor Prohibido, A Day to Remember, Homesick, and Infinity on High by Fall Out Boy. Top 5 songs would be No Me Queda Mas by Selena, I'm Alive by Becca, Too Much by the Spice Girls, Lithium by Evanescence, and It Hurts by 2NE1. Top 5 concerts. So I've only been to 3 real deal concerts, and they were all Panic at the Disco, starting with Too Weird to Live to Rare to Die, and every subsequent one after that for 3 of them. I think the last one I went to was when they were touring with Weezer. I went to some concerts in the past when I used to work for anime conventions, and they were Japanese bands, but because I really didn't know the bands and I wasn't really into the music and didn't really know stuff, I just didn't feel like they were real concerts because they were in a banquet room at a hotel. Top 5 books: Practical Magic, Talking as Fast as I Possibly Can, Beautiful Creatures. The entire series is amazing. Get it on Audible and listen. The guy does amazing voices, and they have great instrumental accompaniments. The entire Sweep series, but I prefer the first one if I had to pick, and all of any Boxcar Children. Nancy Drew is cool, Hardy Boys is cool, but Boxcar Children was always my mystery series. Top 5 movies: Halloween Town, Twitches, Elvira, Mistress of the Night, or Mistress of the Dark, sorry. Freedom Riders, yeah, it's what inspired me to want to be a teacher, and Sorority Boys. Top 5 places in the world. I'm guessing top 5 places I'd like to go. I put Japan, Ireland, then I kind of changed the list to top 5 places I really love. One is Gaddy's Pizza, because I'm originally from West Texas, and they're gigantic out there, and it's delicious pizza. My bed, that's my favorite place in the world. I spend 90% of my days there. And if you ever come to Texas and you're in Austin, and this isn't a sponsorship, yet if they want to hook me up with some free ramen, I'm down. The hands down best place to get ramen in Austin is Michi Ramen. It's so good. Get the heavy broth. Be adventurous. They even have a Texan broth or Texan ramen that has 2 big old ribs in it. It's delicious. And then get the mochi ice creams. The passion fruit's really good. The mango and the green tea. The staff is really friendly. The drinks are pretty cool, but the ramen is bomb. I haven't found anything that's good out here in Houston. Top 5 cities. I don't leave Texas. I was born in Odessa. I have family in Dallas. I live here in the Houston area, and I've gone to San Antonio and Austin. And once I went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, I can't really answer that question because I don't have one. So that is all the way up to page 24 this time. I know it's a shorter episode, but give me a break. The last 2 were 30 minutes long, and those go on forever. We have a couple more to this chapter of top 5s and top 3s. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to hold off on it because there's some cool things that are going to come up. We have a whole page of quickfire that has about 50 on each side. We're just got to quickly answer. So I'm going to take this to work with me from now on, and I'm going to fill it out every time I have a free moment, and I'm going to film about 8 pages at a time. So those of you that are following, because I know you said it down in the comments, some of you have bought it, you still have plenty of time. Follow along. Remember, our season finale is going to be lighting this on fire. I'm looking for these little things that you throw on campfires that turns it rainbow color. I'm going to get a couple of those and just cram them in here, and when we burn it, hopefully we get rainbow flames, But there we go, guys. That was episode 3. I'm going to try to be consistent. Those of you that are up to date on my channel know that things have been kind of crazy here lately the past couple months, between job changes and graduating and all sorts of things. Thank you for your patience. I don't understand why this series is as popular as it is, or why I'm gaining subscribers. I'm not mad at it. I'm not a YouTuber, real deal. I'm not here to make a career of it right now. It's just something really fun, and it kind of takes the stress off of life. It makes me be a little bit more social than I've been lately. And I hope it kind of gives you something, because, I mean, like I said, we have a couple series coming out of this. We have the Burn After Writing that we're doing, the 2,000 Questions About Me, the adult-ish, where you kind of self-reflect, and the Book of Writing Prompts, where we're going to write the stories together. So the first video will just be probably about 5 minutes long, telling you what the prompt is going to be, the key words. And then we'll write it, and then each episode we'll share the stories with each other and get the prompts for the next week's episode. So I'm hoping to do the Burn series every Tuesday, and when we start to get halfway through that, 3/4 of the way through that, start with the other series as well on Thursdays. So I kind of have them staggered. Staggered out, so that way we can enjoy one series that's coming to a close and get another story already going. And then, when the burn is done, we'll bring something else into the Tuesday slot. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays are just the easiest for me because I don't go into work till 4, which I don't really leave here about 3 most of the time, or I'm off on those days, or I work really early those days and I'm home by like 2. So let me know what you think. Are you excited I'm keeping up with it? I know this is something that was from 7 years ago on YouTube, real popular. I didn't know. I just found out through searching Burn After Writing. I've noticed that since January, there have been quite a few channels in March that picked up the series and started doing it themselves. And I'd like to be like, wow, I'm such a trendsetter, but it could just be coincidence, because it's not an original idea for me. So, I don't know. What else do you think we should do? You have the email, nchearme@gmail.com. Or sometimes you'll see it in the background, my work email, which is chefnickchavez@gmail.com for my culinary business. I guess, yeah. I've said enough ums, but just in case, Alright.